Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. This evening we're in the studio because it's raining and cold out there. So we're going to check out some deals I got. I found some amazing deals at Ollies, and I have a couple interesting finds from flea markets. Let's see what I got. Let's start out with a flea market find. Oh yeah, I thought this was so interesting. So we have a brand here called Refish Me, and I found these at a flea market, and I talked to the guy, and he said they take old lures, restore them, and resell them. So we got a crankbait here. We got a round nose crankbait in a shad pattern. If I had to compare it to something, I'm guessing it's a Strike King. Let me open it. I'm not sure. I think it's a Strike King, a slightly older one. If you think it's another brand, maybe you can comment down below. I'm not too sure. It doesn't actually say what the brand is. But they buy it, they replace the rusty hardware, and put new hooks on it. Now you can fish it again. I thought it was pretty cool. Refish Me. And I only paid $1 for that. I think I paid $1 for each one of these. Here's the next one from Refish Me. It's a used lipless crankbait. Pretty sure this is a rattle trap. Yeah, the pattern is worn off on one side, but the other side still looks good. How does it sound? Sounds pretty good. And ow, the new hardware looks good too. Nice new shiny hooks, nice new split ring. Not bad for $1. And, you know, I wanted to support them. This is a fishing business. It recycles, and the prices are good. And, you know, it gets people trying new lures. New old lures. But they're classics for a reason, and that's because they worked. Let's look at the next one. Another rattle trap here. Very similar design. That one is a little bit more translucent. This one's on a white back. Still pretty cool for $1. Got another rattle trap here. Nice silver shad pattern rattle trap. New hardware. Great price.
All right, this is Brady K. Meyers with RWF, Rocket Wrestling Federation, and UCW Ultimate Championship Wrestling, and you are watching Realistic Fishing. Everybody now! Yeah!
This one is a classic. This is another lipless crankbait. I think it's a rattle trap, but look at that red eye. Yeah, that red eye, pretty sure this is from the 80s. It's cool that someone is taking old baits and refurbishing them and then reselling them. So yeah, for $5, I got 5 crankbaits. Pretty cool. Alright, let's see what's in the next bag. More flea market finds here. I heard some lead weights clunking around. First item here, I'm pretty sure these were all $1. I got them all out of the dollar bin. Uncle Josh's crickets. So these are preserved crickets. They're actual crickets, but they put some chemicals on them. I don't even know. It says naturally preserved, so they put some natural chemicals on there. They look good, even though they've been dead for probably years. What else have we got in here? Here we have an Erky lure, Crawlin' Fry. So this lure looks kind of like a big centipede. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of like a Helgramite, kind of like a centipede. I just might be able to catch a bass on this. This lure is a little bit on the older side, but for $1, I just had to give it a try. Here we have some 3/0 EWGs from Mustad. This is a brilliant hook, and for $1 it's even better. We got some kind of a jointed swim bait in a bluegill. It's not a bluegill pattern, but it's a bluegill shape. For $1, I couldn't pass it up. Will it catch fish? I have no idea. Does it look cool? Yeah, it looks cool. I had to get it for the collection. Another package of Mustad EWGs, Ultra Lock 2/0. Again, for $1, it's a good deal. That makes them 25 cents per hook. It's worth a shot. 25 cents. Those are good bass fishing hooks right there. And finally, we have some gulp maggots. So they're tiny little worms, right? You know what maggots are, fly larvae. Good bait here for fishing small panfish, maybe even trout. If I hooked 2 or 3 of these on there and it kind of floated down in a little octopus shape, I think it might get bit. So I might give these a try in the upcoming trout season. Gulp maggots. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items, $6. Totally worth $6 to me. This jointed swim bait all alone is probably worth $6. Let's get it cleaned up and move on to the deals from Ollies.
Hi, this is Debbie. I'm in Cat Spring, Texas. You're watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
Alright, last but not least, I got the bag from Ollies. Ollies is a discount store. I wouldn't say there's one in every town, but down here in the Mid-South, every other town or so has an Ollies. They're kind of like what Essex Bargain Hunt and Big Lots used to be. They carry mostly closeouts and overstock and this kind of stuff, and occasionally they have fishing stuff. And I was happy to find these items, let me tell you. First item here, we have a Berkley Juke 100 Shallow. So we have a Berkley hardbait here. It's kind of a bluegill, kind of a shad pattern, somewhere in between, does it say? It's calling it Ghost Bluegill. But yeah, Berkley Juke 100. It's kind of a jerkbait, it's kind of a crankbait. I think it's somewhere in between. It's a slow rise, so that means if you stop reeling it in, it will slowly float to the surface, and it swims 3 to 5 feet. Berkley Juke 100. For this, I paid $2.99. Here is a Berkley Cutter 110, a very similar looking lure, but a lot pointier. This is more like a pencil jerkbait. This one dives 3 to 6 feet and weighs, I can't quite read that, 9/16 ounce. Got a little bit of heft. We got another Cutter 110 here, pretty much the same as that one. Here we have a Berkley Wild Thang. Not Wild Thing, Wild Thang. Crankbait here. Coffin bill. Says it dives to 8.5 feet. This is a 1/2 ounce lure from Berkley. Also $2.99. All of these crankbaits and jerkbaits cost $2.99. That's what made it such a good deal. Here's another cutter. So we have a Berkley Skinny Cutter 110 Shallow. So this Cutter 110 and this Cutter 110, not quite the same. This one says Skinny Cutter. This one dives 3 to 5 feet and is 7/16 ounce. Also $2.99. Here's another cutter. We have a 90 plus. They have some sub models, if you will. This is the Cutter 110. This is the Skinny Cutter 110 Shallow. And this is the Cutter 90 plus. It also dives 3 to 6 feet, and it's 3/8 ounce. Good looking baits though. These all kind of resemble shad and bluegill. And those are the fish in my lake, so I had to pick them up. Here's another Cutter 90. Interesting pattern on this one.
Hey fans, this is the headliner Chris Michaels, and you are watching Realistic Fishing, so I'd advise you to keep it realistic.
Here's another Skinny Cutter 110 Shallow. This one's a little different. It's got a big bill on it. It's called the Dredger 10.5. We got a deep diving crankbait here. Probably dives 10 feet. It says 9 to 11 feet. This one's a 1/2 ounce. Also $3. And last but not least, we have another Berkeley bait here. This is the War Pig 3/4 ounce lipless crankbait. That is a brute of a crankbait here in a craw pattern. 5/16 ounce sinking rattle bait. Sounds good. The official color is brown craw. This was also $2.99. So yeah, I got 10 of these baits here, $2.99 each. That makes it about $30, right? That's about the price of a premium subscription box. And instead, I got a bunch of Berkeley jerkbaits and crankbaits. You know what, I'm curious. We're going to look up the retail value on a couple of these just to see how much money I saved. Berkeley War Pig 3/4. So here we are at Bass Pro Shops. This is $7.99. At Tackle Warehouse, $7.49. I got it for $2.99. That's less than half price. Let's look up another one. Berkeley Dredger 10.5. Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, $9.99. I got one right here for $2.99. Let's do another one. Berkeley Cutter 90 plus. Here we go. Tackle Direct in Walmart, $7.99. Again, $3. That's less than half price. I'm saving boatloads of money. We'll look up one more. Which one? We'll go with the Wild Thang. Berkeley Wild Thang 8.5. Bass Pro Shops, $7.99. Again, $3. These were all at least half price. So I saved about $30 if I'm going the cheapest route. Maybe $40 to $50 if I'm doing that premium retail thing, you know, like Bass Pro. When you see deals like this, you can't pass them up. You really can't.
Hey, I'm stand 2.
I'm stand 3.
And we're 2 stands fishing. You're watching Realistic Fishing.
Always keep it
Realistic, yeah!
Oh yeah, I just realized something. We're gonna pick a few of these to give away, because I said I would do a giveaway if you could name the mystery fish in the last video. That fish was called a stone roller. More specifically, a central stone roller. But if you even mention the word stone roller in your comment, you're gonna win. Let's pick a couple lures here. We'll do one of these Skinny Cutter 110s, and we'll also do a Cutter 90. Alright, we're gonna load the comments, and I'm gonna keep picking comments until I find one that says stone roller. Then you win. Alright, we got 192 comments. Let's pick the first one. The comment says, Sonoran sucker. We got them in some of my Arizona rivers. I'm sorry, Raphael. It is not a Sonoran sucker. I'm not even sure what that is. But down here in Tennessee, I don't even know if we have that fish. Yep, we're looking for stone roller. Let's pick another comment. It's a fall fish. Nope. Sorry, Bassmaster Joe. It is not a fall fish. We're looking for stone roller. Let's pick another one. Did it pick? No. The fish is a white sucker. Sorry, Barry. It is not a white sucker. Did it pick? I'm getting a little jumpy. Love the show. The mystery fish is a central stone roller. All right, Rick. Rick, SRN 1964. It is a central stone roller. If you want these two Berkeley lures, send me an email. Get me that shipping information. We'll verify it's you, and we'll get them sent out to you as soon as we can. Rick, SRN, central stone roller. You win. Send me that email. And that's it for today. We got the giveaway for Rick. I showed off some of these awesome deals I got. $3 each on these Berkeley baits. And the cool stuff from the flea market. You know, when the fishing sucks and it's cold outside, you can still do lots of things that are related to fishing. And they are still awesome. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.